Welcome back to our final class. We are going to go over some new tropes today, some rare ones. We're going to review group 4, learn group 5, and do some more trope application like we normally do. So reviewing group 4. In group 4 we learned Tlisha Kitana. We learned Gidola is the other way, with the tail going the other way. We learned Pazer. We learned a bunch of different munachs, and we learned that most of them were the same. So let's get going. Let's read the Hebrew, chant the trope, apply the trope. Ach be'asor lachodesh hashvi'i hazeh yom hakippurim hu mikra kodesh yeh lachem ve'initem et nafshotechem vehikravtem ishe ladonai. Pazer Munach Tlisha Kitana Kadma ve'azla Darga Munach Revi'i Pashta Munach Katon Tipcha Ednachta Mercha Tipcha Sof Pasuk Ach be'asor lachodesh hashvi'i hazeh yom hakippurim hu mikra kodesh yeh lachem ve'initem et nafshotechem vehikravtem ishe ladonai. As you're taking on new Torah readings, really try to get away from my little cheat sheet here and really try to focus on just the tropes in here. And you'll find you'll be reading two things at once. You'll be reading the Hebrew and the trope at the same time. I can't explain it. It takes practice. It just happens. But I promise you with practice, it'll happen. The other trope we learned as part of this group is Gershayim. It's in the second verse of Yehavta. Vehayu hadvarim ha'ela. Right, we know that one from Tefillah, from our daily minyan, or coming to Shabbat services, appears every morning and every evening at services. Parshat Bahar. Veha'avarta shofar teruah b'chodesh hashvi'i be'asor lachodesh beyom hakippurim ta'aviru shofar b'chol artzechem. Gershayim mapach pashta munach katon tipcha ednachta pashta katon mercha tipcha sof pasuk veha'avarta shofar teruah b'chodesh hashvi'i be'asor lachodesh beyom hakippurim ta'aviru shofar b'chol artzechem. Parshat Bechukotai. Ve'af gamzot biyotam be'eretz oivehem lo me'astim ve'lo ge'altim lechalotam lehafer beriti itam ki ani Adonai Elohehem. Tlisha Gidola Gershayim Munach Revi'i Mapach Pashta Katon Mercha Tipcha Ednachta Tevir Mercha Tipcha Sof Pasuk Ve'af gamzot biotam be'eretz oivehem lo me'astim, velo ge'altim, lechalotam, lehafer beriti itam, ki ani Adonai Eloheihem. Again, we learned this munach is going to be the same as if it's before the pazer or tlisha ketana. And then there's a whole munach review that I'm going to do in another video with all of the tropes that we've learned so far, or that we learned in the entire class. So let's read. Eila hapikudim asher pakad Moshe ve'aharon unsi'ei Yisrael shneim asar ish echad leveit avotav hayu. Munach pazer tilisha ketana kadma mapach pashta munach katon mercha tipcha et nachta mercha tipcha sof pasuk ele hapekudim asher pakad Moshe ve'aharon unsi'ei Yisrael shneim asar ish echad leveit avotav hayu. All right, moving on to our final group. It's mainly munach zarka segol, zakif gadol, and ending in aliyah. Notice right here on line 6, sof aliyah. So let's chant these. Let's chant zarka and segol without the munach. So just zarka. Zarka, segol. Add the munach. Munach, zarka, segol. Notice munach before zarka starts a little higher than any of the munachs that we've had so far. Munach, zarka, segol. There's a typo here. I just did them twice in a row. I did not mean to do that. Line 2. Munach, zarka, munach, segol. Try it again. Munach, zarka, munach, segol. Let's try to take out this munach on line 3. So I'm just going to put my cursor over it. So go munach, zarka, segol. Munach, zarka, segol. Try to take out this first munach. Zarka, munach, segol. Zarka, munach, segol. Okay, line 4. Zakef gadol. Zakef gadol. Munach, zakef gadol. Munach, zakef gadol. And like I said with the previous groups, as we get further into the groups, so groups like 1, 2, and 3, you're going to have in most every Torah reading. Groups 4 and 5, it really depends. Number 5 for sure. It's not in all the Torah readings that it's possible. So if you get a super simple Torah reading, we call it simple because it doesn't include tropes from group 4 and 5. And also it could be that the Hebrew is easy. So maybe you get lucky. I don't know. Line 6 through 9, we're going to learn how to end a Torah reading. Mercha tipcha, mercha sof aliyah. Mercha tipcha, mercha sof aliyah. Tipcha, sof aliyah. Tipcha, sof aliyah. Mercha tipcha, sof aliyah. I know we talked about tipcha a lot for the ending. I tend to merge some things together because I read Torah constantly. But do separate for mercha from tipcha. So Mercha tipcha. So line 7, tipcha. Line 8, tipcha. So really make sure it's ba, those 3 notes. Let's do these again. Line 6, mercha tipcha. Mercha sof aliyah. Tipcha. Mercha sof aliyah. Tipcha. Sof aliyah. Mercha tipcha. Sof aliyah. And the reason the entire congregation sings with you at the end of a Torah reading is because in the time of like Ezra and Jeremiah, when they were, or Ezra, when they were first chanting the Torah before, Kahal Yisrael, nobody really knew, like, the reader wouldn't know when to end technically. So it's really up to the congregation to let the reader know, hey, this is the end. So this big kind of grand ending, it serves a purpose. It's to stop you, the reader, and also for the congregation to remind the reader, hey, this is the end. Unless you're like me, who tends to just plow straight through and just prays that your gabbis are going to catch you, because admittedly, sometimes I keep going, depending on how much I studied. All right, Parshat Naso, we're going to practice our new tropes. Let me give you group 5 in one shot, no talking in between, lines 1 through 9, each of them twice. Munach Zarka Segol. Munach Zarka Segol. Munach Zarka. Munach Segol. Munach Zarka. Munach Segol. Take out this first munach. Zarka. Munach Segol. Zarka. Munach Segol. Zakev Gadol. Zakev Gadol. Munach. Zakev Gadol. Munach. Zakev Gadol. Mercha tipcha. Mercha sof aliyah. Tipcha. Mercha sof aliyah. Tipcha. Sof aliyah. Mercha tipcha. Sof aliyah. I didn't do those twice. Apologies. Let's run them again. Mercha tipcha. Mercha sof aliyah. Mercha tipcha. Mercha sof aliyah. Tipcha. Mercha sof aliyah. Tipcha. Mercha sof aliyah. Tipcha. Sof aliyah. Tipcha. Sof aliyah. Mercha tipcha. Sof aliyah. Mercha tipcha. Sof aliyah. Okay, Parshat Naso. Let's read, chant the trope, and then chant the text. V'hit vadu et chatatam asher asu v'heshiv et ashamo birosho v'chamishito Yosef alav v'natan la'asher asham lo. Rivi'i Zarka Munach Segol Mapach Pashta Katon Tipcha Munach et Nachta Zakev Gadol Tipcha mercha sof pasuk. Vehitvadu et chatatam asher asu. Veheshiv et ashamo berosho. Vachamishito Yosef alav. Venatan la'asher asham lo. Really try to get away from this cheat sheet, and I'll also tell you another reason. As you're chanting the tropes and looking at the Hebrew, just chanting the tropes, Rivi'i Zarka, you're serving two purposes. You're learning the tropes, but you're also reading the Hebrew, whether you realize it or not. Just because they're right next to each other, even just visualizing what these words look like and the vowel sounds that come with them, you're more likely to get the Hebrew right on the first shot. So onward and upward. Beha'alotcha. So we have Vayomer Adonai El Moshe Esfali Shiv'im Ish Miziknei Yisrael Asher Yadata Ki Haim Ziknei Ha'am Vishotrav Vilakachta Otam El Ohel Moed Vehityatzvu Sham Imach. Kadma V'Yazla Rivi'i Gershayim Munach Zarka Munach Segol Munach Katon Tevir Mercha Tipcha Et Nachta Mapach Pashta Munach Katon Mercha Tipcha Sof Pasuk. Vayomer Adonai El Moshe Esfali Shiv'im Ish Miziknei Yisrael Asher Yadata Ki Haim Ziknei Ha'am Vishotrav Vilakachta Otam El Ohel Moed Vehityatzvu Sham Imach. Sorry for my heavy hand on the cursor. All right, Shlach Lecha. Let me grab some water. Okay, so here we have just mainly Zakev Gadol to look at. We're also saying Tzli Gadola. I'm waiting for an answer as to why we have two on a word. I should know probably by the next video. I'll put in the email. There's a really great Facebook group called Life in the Fast Lane, like Lein, because you lane Torah, as in like reading Torah. And so that's a really great resource if you're a Facebook user. I'll put that in the email. All right. Vaisapru lo, vayomru, banu, el haaretz, asher shilachtanu, vegam zavat chalav udvash, hi v'zeh pirya. Anytime you have hey vav aleph like this, that vav is silent. It's grammatically there to serve like a gender purpose, because that's the whole root of the word, hey vav aleph. But don't pronounce the vav. It's just he. Also for banu, we're gonna cut straight to the dol when we get to Zakev Gadol. So we're going to practice it as Zakev Gadol, but just go to like the meat of the trope, if you will, the main purpose of the trope. Banu, the main musical accent. All right, so let's chant the trope. Pashta munach katon, Zakev Gadol, tipcha Munach et nachta, Tilisha gedola. Kadma mercha tevir tipcha sof pasuk. Vaisapru lo vayomru banu el haaretz asher shelachtanu vegam zavat chalav udvash hi veze piryah. Okay, ending in aliyah. I don't think, no, I only gave you 2 examples. But in the video about learning how to read a Torah reading, we'll talk a little bit more about it. There's honestly nothing all that special to it, besides the fact that you really want to make sure you're ending the aliyah where it's supposed to end. That's mainly a note to me. And make sure just, get the order of the trope right, because it elevates the correctness of it, if you will. So super easy trope. I didn't give you a cheat sheet because you've known these tropes now for almost a month. So Vayavo Moshe ve'Aharon el Penei Ohel Moed. Mapach Pasha Katon Tipcha Mercha Sof Aliyah. Vayavo Moshe ve'Aharon el Penei Ohel Moed. Parshat Chukat. Vayaku oto ve'et banav ve'et kol amo ad bilti hishir lo sarid vayirshu et artso. Kadma mapach pashta katon mercha tipcha et nachta tipcha sof aliyah. Vayaku oto ve'et banav ve'et kol amo ad bilti hishir lo sarid vayirshu et artso. See, I was not even paying attention. So when in doubt, when that happens, make sure to just give a really big sof aliyah. Let's try that again for my sake, because I do not know how to edit videos. So we're just going to leave this mistake in, because, hey, we're human. Vayaku oto ve'et banav ve'et kol amo ad bilti hishir lo sarid vayirshu et artso. There it is. Okay. Rare trope occurrences. I could not tell you why these are the way they are. Again, trope is an oral tradition, so we won't really ever know. There are a few occurrences of mercha kfula. It looks like an upside down gershayim, and it's going to be on the second to last, third to last, fourth to last word of a verse. There's only, I think, 5 occurrences, but I gave them all to you. So you can use your own interpretation of the English provided, of the translation, and maybe take a guess as to why this particular verse has this odd trope. So mercha kfula is mercha kfula. It's so rare. I literally have to do the dargah before, because there's always going to be a dargah before. Dargah mercha kfula. It's kind of an inversion of the dargah. So let's read together. Vayomer hagisha li ve'ochla mitzaid b'ni lema'an tivarechecha nafshi vayagesh lo vayochal vayaveh lo yain vayesht. Rivi'i mapach pashta munach katon mercha tipcha et nachta pashta katon darga mercha kfula tipcha sof pasuk vayomer Hagisha li ve'ochla mitzeid beni lema'an tivarechecha nafshi vayagesh lo vayochal vayavelo yain vayesht. I don't know if that's the right accent. Vayave or vayave. I have to look at a tikkun. I don't totally trust copying and pasting from Safaria. So use your best judgment on this one. I think it's vayave. I don't know why I went for the yud. Maybe internally I think it's really the yud. I don't know. All right, onward. Shemot. Vayavo'u shotrei b'nei Yisrael. Vayitz'aku el paro lemor. Lama ta'aseh cho la'avadecha. Rivi'i pashta munach katon. Mercha tipcha etnachta darga. Mercha kafula tipcha sof pasuk. Vayavo'u shotrei b'nei Yisrael. Vayitz'aku el paro lemor. Lama ta'aseh cho la'avadecha. All right, the other three occurrences. Shmini. Vayikchu v'nei Aharon. Nadav va'avihu. Ish machtato. Vayitnu vahen esh. Vayasimu aleha ketoret. Vayakrivu lifnei Adonai esh zara. Asher lo tziva otam. Munach tilisha gedola. Kadma be'azla. Munach rivi'i. Mapach pashta katon. Mercha tipcha ednachta. Azla. Mapach pashta munach katon darga mercha kefula tipcha sof pasuk. Vayikchu v'nei Aharon Nadav va'avihu ish machtato. Vayitnu vahen esh. Vayasimu aleha ketoret. Vayakrivu lifnei Adonai esh zara. Asher lo tziva otam. Shlach. Vilama Adonai mevi otanu el haaretz hazot lin pol bacherev nashenu v'tapenu yiyu lavaz halo tov lanu shuv mitzrayma. Munach tilisha gedola kadma v'azla. Mapach pashta munach katon. Mercha tipcha munach etnachta. Darga mercha kefula tipcha mercha sof pasuk. Velama Adonai mevi otanu el haaretz hazot lin pol bacherev nashenu v'tapenu yiyu lavaz halo tov lanu shuv mitzrayma. Masei. V'novach halach vayilkod et kinat ve'et benoteha, vayikra la novach bishmo. Munach katon mercha tivcha et nachta darga mercha kefula tivcha sof pasuk v'novach halach vayilkod et kenat ve'et benoteha vayikra la novach bishmo. All right, perhaps my favorite one, shalshelet. It's going to appear in the first word of these 4 examples. Only appears 4 times in the Torah. Yes, okay. And it's kind of obvious as to why. It kind of sounds like an alarm, or just, a sense of urgency. And so go ahead and read the translation on your own time, and see why this trope is in these certain verses and where they are in the verses. Interesting that they begin with the verse. You don't get like halfway through the verse and then hear the trope. It's the beginning of the verse. But they're usually somewhere in the middle of an aliyah. So it doesn't totally come out of nowhere, but still is jarring. So here's shalshelet. Shalshelet. Yep. Try it again. Shalshelet. Let's go ahead and read. Vayit mama. Vayachaziku ha'anashim beyado uvyad ishto uvyad shtei venotav bechemlat Adonai alav vayotzi uhu vayani chuhu michutz la'ir. Shalshelet kadma v'yazla munach revi'i pashta munach katon mercha tivcha et nachta mercha tivcha mercha sof pasuk vayit mama vayachaziku ha'anashim beyado uvyad ishto uvyad shtei benotav bechemlat Adonai alav vayotzi uhu vayanichuhu michutz la'ir. Chayesara. Vayomar Adonai Elohei Adoni Avraham Hakre na lefanai hayom va'aseh chesed im Adoni Avraham. Don't forget our Zakef Gadol here. Zakef Gadol. We'll get there, okay? So, Shalshelet Rivi'i Pashta Munach Katon Mercha Tipcha et Nachta Zakef Gadol Tipcha Mercha Sof Pasuk Vayomar Adonai Elohei Adoni Avraham Hakrena Lefanai Hayom Va'aseh Chesed Im Adoni Avraham. The next 2 that it appears, Vayeshev, Vayma'ain, Vayomer El Eshet Adonav, Hein Adoni, Lo Yada Iti, Ma Babait, V'chol Asher Yesh Lo, Natan Biyadi. Vayma'ain, Vayomer El Eshet Adonav, Hein Adoni, Lo Yada iti ma babait v'chol asher yesh lo natan biyadi. I realize I forgot to chant the trope, but that's okay because you've known all of these tropes for about a month now, except for Shalshelet. I don't feel bad. All right, Tzav. We will chant the tropes. Parshat Tzav. So, Vayishchat vayikach Moshe midamo vayitain al tenuch ozen Aharon haimanit ve'al bohen yado haimanit ve'al bohen raglo haimanit. So we have Shalshelet mapach pashta katon tevir mercha tipcha etnachta mapach pashta katon mercha tipcha sof pasuk vayishchat vayikach Moshe midamo vayitain al tenuch ozen Aharon haimanit ve'al bohen yado haimanit ve'al bohen raglo haimanit. Okay, there are some mistakes in my notes here for Karnei Farah and Yerach ben Yomo. It is not, these are the wrong, it should be Yerach. I don't think I have anything to copy and paste from down here. But imagine 3 dots underneath this yud, Yerach, and then this is an A vowel sound too. So I'll just take out the vowel sounds for this word. So Karnei Farah, Yerach ben Yomo. Okay, so everybody's going to have some variation of this if this is being watched by somebody who's not in my class. So I'm going with what I've learned / what I can tell from the Jacobson book, if you know what I know, if you know what I mean. Karnei Farah. Oops, sorry. Yes, okay. Karnei Farah. No, I have these backwards. Yerech ben Yomo, Karnei Farah. So Karnei Farah is going to be a Tlisha Gedola followed by a Tlisha Ketana, just like it looks like. And then this upside down at Nachta, just a little bit of a ba-da-da-da-da, just kind of stepping up and stepping down. But I have these backwards and I apologize for that. But it's correct in the Torah reading. So, and also incorrect here. So let me move this over here. Yarach ben Yomo, Karnei Farah. So let's try from the Hebrew. Alpayim ba'ama. Let's try the whole Torah reading. Umadotem michutz la'ir et pe'at kedma alpayim ba'ama ve'et pe'at negev alpayim ba'ama ve'et pe'at yam alpayim ba'ama ve'et pe'at safon alpayim ba'ama ve'ha'ir batavech ze yeh lahem migrashei he'arim. I don't know why it's this particular Torah reading. It is the only time it is seen in the entire Torah. Chances are you're probably not going to have it because when you're doing triennial readings, when you're doing a third of the Torah every year, you're never quite sure which trope you're going to get in that particular triennial reading. I can usually tell you like about what kind of story we're at in the point of, but whether or not you're going to have that trope, you'll just have to see if it comes around the following year or it happens to be this year. I don't know. I'm sorry for the weak ending to this video. This is a very tricky trope, But thankfully, it only appears once out of the entire year, and between me and my ritual director, one of us is probably going to fight over it. So chances are you probably won't have it. So to review, it is Yarach, not Yareach, Yarach ben Yomo. It's this upside down wishbone, and this Tlisha Gedolah followed by Ketana. It's in the correct order right here. So it's Yarach ben Yomo, Karne Farah. Only appearance in the Torah, only one time. All right, the next video is going to review all of the trope minus the rare ones we just went over in the last like 15 to 20 minutes of this video. And we're going to go through all of groups 1 through 5. And they are just drilling the trope as is, just to really get it in that head of yours. Yasher Koach, keep up the good work, and I'll see you on the other side.